Hi, folks. Welcome to our channel, The Second Look. My name is Martin, and on the other end of the line, you will find my friend
I am Norbert. Welcome.
Norbert. Yes, and we are two self-taught photographers, and we want to speak with you about images. We want to speak about images we find on the internet. We want to speak about images that we have made and taken on our own. And we want to maybe even speak about images that you have made and have taken with your cameras. This is our first video on our channel. And so please bear with us and give us some slack for not being too professional in our first one. For our first edition, we thought it's good to talk about our all-time favorite topic, about sunsets. Sunsets resonate with us on a highly emotional level. I think this is due to their vibrant colors, to due to their psychological meaning, and due to their symbolism, and that's why we picked them. We picked sunset. We picked two photos from the internet by per random. We just thought that's a good idea for our first video. In the background and on my screen, you already see the first one that we found. Let me take a look if I can. I think no. I think that's already the top. Okay. All right.
We can
So
see, I think, all the guys can see it very clear, so should be okay.
yep, that's that. Uh, so what do we think about this image? Maybe you want to
Yeah,
start,
so first,
Norbert?
yeah, of course. Thank you, Martin, for the nice introduction. So, as Martin said, it's our first, yeah, approach and our all-time favorites, sunsets. And when I look at this picture here, so for me, this is absolutely emotional capture. Young couple sitting in front of the ocean, enjoying the sunset. The colors are amazing. I'm not quite sure if this is really a pure image or there has been some trickery or some modification on it. But coming to the analysis step by step. So first, let's maybe talk about the emotion that this picture is showing us. So I really would like to sit on this place and uh, just enjoying the the nice scenery, the beautiful colors, and even for me, it looks as the sun is diving under the ocean. It's there's something definitely not 100% okay with this picture from my point of view. It's really, really, really a nice capture. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I like the red a lot. I think I agree. I think it's an illustration. I don't think it's a real photograph. The couple, maybe it's not even a couple, maybe they are just friends because they're sitting a little bit apart. There's a lot of going on in the image. So I think this is also meant for illustrators because the red is quite prominent in the background. And you can find places on our lovely planet where you have such red colors. So there's no gradient of orange or no yellow at all. And so I'm not sure about that one. And but you can have such red lights in nature. I have been to Mauritius several times, and if you have the right time of the year, you get really dark red colors.
Oh, great. So what I
Um,
like here is the reflection here. You can see it on the hairs here. So this
Yeah, the small
If
halo, right?
it's made artificial, then they done it quite good.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
I'm not sure if this is maybe part of the real stuff. And uh, for those
But
people that know me as Martin does, so I'm a little bit a nerd when it comes to horizons. And what I like very uh, very well here, and what's very okay for me is if you look at the water line, it's horizontal, and
hmm
normally this is one uh, of the markers for me of the triggers when I look at pictures made towards the horizon. For me, it's always important that the line is horizontal. But
Yep.
what I have to claim here, and I will use my pen just a second. Hope it works. If you look here, for me, it looks like the sun is diving here below the ocean. And what I'm missing as well, normally, if you take a capture like that, you have these reflections here on the water from the sun.
Yeah,
And
I
this is
agree.
what makes me a little bit yeah concerned that this might be a real shot.
That's suspicious. Yeah, that's a little bit too few. I also think so. Well, the couple itself is quite sharp. It's quite prominent. So there is not a much frizzle on the man or boy and the girl or woman. On the other hand, the ocean itself, the waves are very blurry, and they are really there's a lot of noise in there. Uh, I think uh, if you want to use it for some illustration, there's a lot of copy space, and of course we're not trashing on the picture. Every image has its own reason. So we don't know the reason for this one and what was the intent, but it can be used for several things. It can be used for copy space. You can put it on the wall, and it gives a lot of emotion. So the tranquility of the couple and the tranquility of the sunset. The symbolism of the sunset is the day ending, and that might play a role in this image also. So I like very much as well.
Yeah, yeah, same here on my side. So even if there has been some trickery, it's a very nice composition. And what I'm thinking of is maybe the couple is a real couple. Yeah, they are captured as we can see them here, and maybe they just modified the complete background.
Yeah,
That's
that might be.
they took out the couple and then just used a different background.
Yep,
But we will never know. However, so this is a very nice capture and a nice composition.
yep, I
Very
agree.
emotional.
Shall we? So I'm finished with my analysis.
Yeah. So
Then
same on my side. I think we
let's
are done
switch
with this
to
one.
another one. And I
Mm.
think everyone on the channel will like the next image. And we found this one. And I think this is a real photograph because actually
This
this
could be
is one
us,
of
Martin. This could be us standing on the
yeah,
beach
yeah, yeah, yeah.
having fun.
This is one of the few images I found on the internet that has really still EXIF data. They still have metadata on that image.
Okay.
And it was taken by a camera that's not even super duper high end. And to me this is the how do you say the golden goose in the or the holy grail of photos, because I think it's the perfect snapshot. I'm not sure if there was a lot of planning there. I think it's just a coincidence of several things, but it's it's really, you can make out the tracks in the sand, you can make out structure in the sand. In comparison to the former image, the water is quite sharp and there's not so much noise. There's a little bit of action going on in the sky. There's some clouds, and they follow even certain rules, or they're not just all over the place. They have a sort of a form of a cone. And to me, strangely, the right person, I always imagine it's an older person. Bec- uh, You can't make out
Yeah,
details
it
in the
could.
face, right?
Yeah,
You
it's
can't
hard. It's
see
hard to
it.
see details, but you can see the emotion in the face of the guy on the left.
Yeah,
And I strongly believe that was not even a professional photographer. As you said, it was really a snapshot. Because now coming back to my waterline, here you can see it's not horizontal here. So it was really uh,
are you sure?
not a
Uh,
yeah.
don't be
So
mis
for me, it
don't
looks
be
like
misled.
it's slightly showing to the right side. Uh,
Don't be misled by the beach line, because I think the beach
yeah,
line
it's there. Maybe it's an optical illusion. I don't know for sure.
I think you're
Yeah,
tricked.
yeah,
I'm not sure.
yeah, yeah.
And
You might be right. You might be right that this is just the optical effect because here by the line of the shore here by the shoreline. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I agree.
I have it on also on my I don't know if it makes sense to look at the EXIF data. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
I have just seen it that it's not a very high-end camera. So the more kudos to the photographer putting out
Yeah.
such, and I think the I don't know by heart, but I just remember it was a Nikon, but it was a four-digit Nikon. We are German, so we say Nikon. It's a four-digit Nikon, and as far as I remember, the more pricier ones or better ones, they are also towards single numbers and fewer numbers. And this one has a four-digit number, and I think it's an older model as well. And the more kudos to the photographer of having this. To me, this is the holy grail of images. And I'm not even
Definitely. And
sure we can talk about this halo over here. I don't know
yeah, this
if
looks
he done some work over here,
mm,
but not much. It's to me this is perfectly fine.
yeah, and you can also see the lens flare here. Yeah, and this is so I don't think there's any fake done here. Maybe he optimized a little bit the sunlight here on the right side, but basically, for me, this looks definitely real. And
Well,
what I
let's
like a lot is what I like a lot is I think that's a can of beer. So it would
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah. There's some soda, something like that. Well, let's do
yeah,
it. Let's take a look at the because I'm pretty sure if we don't take our own images, we won't see a lot of EXIF data if we just pick random
yeah,
data
yeah.
from on pictures on the internet. So I have some EXIF reader here, and if I drag the photo from my hard disk into there. Zip. Then we see
Oh, that's very
it's
good.
done with a Nikon D3200. And it even has a very, very short exposure time.
Mhm.
And it has quite, the aperture is quite closed. So it's still
Yeah.
half through. And it still gets out a lot of information from the image. So I don't know how he did it. I think it's a tremendous cool shot.
Yeah, as you said before, the shot has been taken at other way around. The photographer was placed at the right place at the right time. And for me, it's also very emotional capture. It looks
Yeah,
like they had a
it
lot of fun
yeah
and maybe they just had some beach volleyball before and afterwards they're just clapping hands and say, "Wow,
yep and
what great game or what great day we had!"
yeah.
Really, really nice.
Yeah, to me, as I said, that's I'm always striving for that. So I'm not a good situational photographer. I would never be a wedding photographer or staged
No, me
uh,
neither.
photos.
Mm,
I can't do them. And
mm,
to me, this is the holy grail of photography.
mm.
How do you feel?
Yeah,
Do you have mind for a third one? You brought another one with a different topic.
yeah. Of course, of course, of course. So completely different scenery.
Okay, I switch on to my Lumina Neo
Mm,
and yeah, I have it over here.
mm, mm.
And I don't think I can make this smaller, but I think I can move us over here. Ta-da. And
So
then we
from the
can
beach
talk about
to the
this
mountains.
one from the beach to the
Mm,
mountains.
yeah. Mm. So I found this one recently, and for me, this is a brilliant capture. Just imagine sitting there at the top of the mountain, brewing your coffee and enjoying this scenery. It must be amazing. So I can even smell the coffee, hearing the wind blow, and just imagine sitting there looking at the sun. Amazing.
Yeah, the coffee
And from
maker
my
is
point of
placed
view, yeah,
perfectly, right?
from, yeah, from my point of view, this is also a real image. So I don't think that's fake.
Wow, I
I
think
could
it's
not see any,
very
and
hard. I also think so, but it's very hard to tell. It's not quite big because this is the whole image and we are already on 100%. So, but from the situation from the what we see in the image, I also think it's proper photography. I think there's someone on he got up very early. He got on top of the mountain because I think this is cable fixture from the cross from the
yeah, that
in German,
definitely.
Gipfelkreuz. I don't know how to say that in English. And they are have done this work and they got up there and then they set up their cooker and their coffee maker. And I think the heat hazes so much the air. And when we look at the background, it's still snow. So it must have been cold. It's not a
Yeah.
warm summer morning, it's cold, and therefore it might be real that it's so hazy
So
for
maybe it has been taken with a mobile. It's just a capture taken with the mobile. Uh, who knows?
I think
And as
it's
th- they're much higher than the mountain you see. Maybe it's also an optical illusion, but I think they're higher than the mountain you see here. Um, as you said, there's snow on the mountain.
that you can't tell that. I
Yeah,
no, but you can't tell
mm,
that. I have been to
mm,
mountains in my
yeah.
early youth years in adolescence, and you don't know that. They are
Yeah,
so far
you don't
away.
know the
You
distance. You
don't
don't know the
know.
distance. It might be, yeah.
Yeah.
But however, it's not summer season. It looks like it's
Yeah.
quite cold out there.
And it's
And
the opposite of the symbolism, right? So it's a new day begun, and
yeah,
the new
yeah,
day begins with the sunrise, and in our culture, of course, or maybe with some coffee. And
mm,
so this is also, I wish that the image would be a little bit larger. I think it stems from an original photograph, and the original might be bigger. And this is also this falls in the category of Holy Grail. I think this is
yeah.
a very
So for
good.
me, that's the perfect capture because I'm addicted to sunrises and to coffee. So for me, the combination is perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah, very cool
Well,
find.
so one day I
Yeah.
will try to copy that composition.
No,
Seriously,
no,
I will,
not
and
with
I will.
mountains. Not with
Uh,
we try the former one. So we try this
yeah.
one.
Okay,
I'm
but
all
with
for
coffee,
that.
with coffee.
Yeah, correct. Yes, I'm all for
Okay,
that. And
okay,
that's
deal.
that. I think we should. Do you think we should call it? call it a day for our first video?
Yes,
Or do you want to add
of course.
something to one of the
No, no,
images?
for me, I think we are fine. I
All
think
right.
our
So then this was our first video, and
mm,
we intend to intensify talking about images. As I said, we are not just talking about random images on the internet. We are talking about our own images, maybe even in the next one. I have one or two that I want to discuss. And maybe we want to talk even about your image, and maybe you want us to talk about your image. I will leave a link at the description of the video where you can upload one of your images, and maybe in one of our next episodes we talk about your image. In the meantime, if you liked our content, and if you like our content, if you have constructive feedback, please leave it in the comment section below. If you like our video, please give us a thumbs up. If you like our channel even more, please subscribe and share it with your friends, and so that you don't miss out anything on our upcoming videos, hit the bell button. That's all from us, from Martin and Norbert, and we hope to see you next time. We intend to upload a video every Thursday or Friday, and we hope to see you in the next week in the next episode. Guys,
yeah, thank you guys.
Norbert,
Bye bye, and thank you for supporting our channel. Take care.
bye.
Bye.